What's going on, guys? Seth and Chevy here. We just watched episode 2 of season 2 of dandadan. We'll be talking full spoilers ahead, so hopefully you've had a chance to watch this episode, and we'll do a real quick recap, very straightforward. We got Momo, Jiji, and Akarun underground with the worm from last episode, and they start acting erratic, and we find out it's because the worm is doing some psi wave that is trying to convince Akarun and Momo to self-delete. We end up going through a bunch of different scenes of Jiji trying to stop them from stabbing themselves, basically, trying to crawl off the sides of buildings and fall. And while Jiji is running with everyone, picks everyone up and starts running, they end up running into not only the worm, but also what we find out later to be a yokai. Through a bunch of sequences between the yokai and Jiji, we get this whole backstory of the yokai that ends up just basically being sympathetic enough that Jiji wants to help the yokai, goes to help the yokai, and then the yokai ends up possessing him, merging both Jiji's spiritual energy, or his spirit energy, and his physical abilities with its abilities as well, turning him into a pantsless, what is the square energy turning into a ball thing? Did he say that?
I don't think they specified, other than the ball was made up of either the energy or the spirits of the dead that died in that room.
Yeah, he's also able to make like a square box to protect them.
He just kind of did that on the fly.
Yeah, but I think the ball was that. I think it turned into the ball. Anyway, he's got some kind of ability to do that, but he ends up kicking a ball, very, very Jiji of him, at the worm. The worm ends up running away, and then we find out that after the yokai has taken over Jiji, he is not in this form. Their friend, as he starts attacking Momo, who's trying to defend herself from him, but he is proving pretty challenging as he is, kicking his ball and also able to move really quick and strike pretty hard, punching Momo all over the place until he goes to kick his ball at her, and Akarun intercepts, also kicking the ball. We get a big bright flash, and they just kind of end the episode on us right there, which I knew they were going to fucking do. Yeah, pretty trippy, crazy episode. What we think?
It was a really good episode. Yep. Had a lot of story, had a lot of character stuff, had a bunch of different art styles mixed in.
Backed up even more that I like Jiji. Since the first time he showed up, I was like, this guy's a cool dude. And this made him even cooler, in my opinion, because it showed a very sympathetic part of him.
Right.
Where he wanted to help this kid that just possessed him.
Yeah, and then all that on top of the fact that the episode was just insanely well animated.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed.
With some really crazy effects.
Yeah,
going on.
They really went nuts on this episode, and it was just a pleasure to watch.
I also like how horror, the whole show has this horror theme to it,
right.
but this one had this really creepy, almost Junji Ito visual style to it that was really kind of off-putting in a good way.
Yeah, I had kind of said after we finished the episode that was a 5-minute episode, because it just flew by, man. I was just so engrossed. That was really a good one. I really enjoy getting the backstory on the yokai, and then seeing how that connected to Jiji, because this yokai used to be this kid from this family, or in this town, I guess. We didn't really see his family per se. And that family, I can't remember their name, Rito, something like that. They were still back then, they were doing all the human sacrifices and stuff like that to worm to try to get the volcano to chill out and stuff.
Yeah, with the backstory, I take back. It's the Nita, Nita family, I believe.
Nita?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I take back what I said about. I still like the mom, but in the last review, I was like, I want her to stick around. But after we see that they're sacrificing children, I'm a little conflicted with my wanting her to stick around. She's not a good person, but she's a lot of fun to watch on screen.
Yeah. Excuse me. So so we get to see that whole story, basically how he became a yokai, and then in death he kept trying to play with all these kids still. I don't think he realized he was a ghost yet.
All these kids are scared of him.
And then there was this, and we're not 100% sure if it was him or the worm, because it seemingly, anytime he interacted with the family, the kid would always be okay, and the parents would
Self-delete.
yeah, not be with us any longer.
Yeah. And he mentioned something was below him.
And at the same time, we heard that humming from the worm and the yellow glow from his feet. And so we kind of get this, connective tissue of like that worm's been there a while, like specifically in that spot. And then, of course, we see why there's all those houses there, because when the family got rid of the kid, another kid later that was basically panicking because of what happened to his parents, they just opted to use him as a sacrifice for the worm, because that's just their whole shtick, apparently, to protect the village.
Pretty brutal.
So that's why there's this like graveyard of houses underneath the property, and they just keep building new houses, and the worm just keeps doing its thing, and we kind of get into this place where this yokai and his worm have been having this back and forth, basically. Pretty crazy. And then seeing how that connected to...
Yeah, there's like a whole fucking story in itself there.
Yeah.
Like beyond this show. Like it's
it was
kind
a lot in one episode.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
And then like Jiji was one of the kids who saw the yokai, freaked out, and then his parents attempted to do the thing, and he was able to cut them loose. I don't know if they're still around anymore, because I don't think they've...
I thought they were in the hospital.
Oh, maybe that's
before they went to his house.
And maybe that was the event.
He said his parents were in the...
Okay, yeah. So
but we never really got much info.
So there's the info there too, and it all connects to this yokai and this worm. So there's been this whole like, dynamic here, which is pretty, honestly, really deep. A lot of layers, and in such an interesting way that they've kind of told this story, which is
way more than I thought we're going to get out of this whole worm situation underground. I thought it was going to be like they fight the worm, it's over. Like I figured this was going to be like the intro point for Jiji to get his powers,
right.
but not in this way.
Yeah.
Although I kind of started thinking as they were making the yokai sympathetic, I'm like, he's the vessel. Like this is going to be the merging
right
situation.
Yeah, and then obviously we got to see the merging happen, and his yokai form is pretty badass looking.
It's pretty cool. I also really like the contrast of Jiji being this like dopey, hyper, like really like nice, like energetic dude, and then him just being like this like stone cold like asshole. Like it's just it's a really interesting, like, you obviously same thing with Akron. Akron's like this shy, bumbling kid, but then he turns into this depressed, complaining like old guy, basically.
Right.
Just like, oh man, I got to do this. And so it's kind of interesting.
So
yeah, it's interesting how it kind of inverts their character.
Yeah. And then him showing off all his abilities with some of the coolest animation and like impact frames and stuff like that. It was pretty awesome. Just watching him go to town on the ball. There was one scene where he like kicked it like 3-4 times in a row, and the whole thing was animated with no cuts. I was like, that was pretty dope looking. So, I'm rambling at this point. It was a very good episode. It's the beginning of the season. If this is what we're in store for the whole season, I am here for it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice because in season 1, I've said it many times now, but like it's just interesting to see how much it's switched for me. Is the first 3 or 4 episodes, I'm like, this show's like too hyper, man. I don't know if I can get into this. And then like it finally clicked for me. And then this season, we've already clicked in last season, so it's like boom, just like going, and it's already like really good, which is awesome. Because I agree, this episode was really good. I thought the first episode was really good too, but that one just kind of felt like the continuation we needed from the very end of last season.
Right.
But this one felt, there's some depth to the characters and the story, and an emotional scene and some good action, really imaginative visuals and animation. I like Gigi's like ability and how it works. Seems really cool. I'll be curious to see how they're going to move forward, because obviously he's going to be around, so he's going to have to try to find a way to combat this yokai that wants to punish humans, basically, which I think is also kind of interesting. If that just maintains, I mean, even Turbo Granny is kind of a mischievous presence that isn't to be trusted. So it'll just be another layer of that, basically. But someone who seemingly seems like a little more aggressive, a little more into the idea of like wanting to destroy everybody. So we'll see how that works out. But which, like I said before, will contrast Jiji's character quite well, because that's very different than him. He, wanted to be friends with Akron like instantly and start talking about if he's in love with Momo and stuff, like by barely hanging out with him. So he's a very friendly dude. But yeah, the beginning of the episode is cool too, when they were trying to self-terminate, because the visual of Momo stabbing at herself, and then we get the reveal that she just stabbed Turbo Granny,
and then started bashing Granny against herself because
and the whole time Turbo Granny's just like complaining. It's pretty disturbing, but also very disturbing too. But also another reason why I think Jiji is a cool character. He's just like letting her stab him
he was taking some pretty gnarly hits.
Yeah, he was just tanking for everybody, and then carrying everybody out of there. Like, he was like all about it. But again, he's a more athletic, sports-oriented person, so kind of makes sense he would have the capabilities of doing that. And then kind of the we already touched on a little bit, but the kind of the reveal of the worm making people do this, but then they're like, oh, the evil eye also does that. And it's like, well, actually, when we go back in the yokai's history, it might have been the worm doing the self-termination thing the whole time. So there's like this interesting layer to the story that it was kind of fun to kind of unravel in one episode. So that's pretty cool. And then the way the episode ends was awesome, but like
I hate them so much right now.
But it's rough, because I want to see where it goes from here. I assumed Akron was going to come and save the day, but I need to see where it goes and the conclusion. So definitely looking forward to the next episode. I have no idea what's going to happen, because with this show, I just never know what's going to happen next. But I'm really excited to see that, just because this season's great so far. So definitely want to see more. I think that's everything. Oh, the whole backstory with the yokai was like super tragic and sad.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They did a really good job. There's like, even in season 1, there was like one episode with like a really tragic backstory. And I'm like, how can you tell a story so fucked up and so sad in less than like 21 minutes?
Yeah, her yokai.
It's like impressive that you can make a story that's so sad and resonate so quickly. Because I'm somebody who complains when I watch a movie and like they'll try to make a scene sad of someone dying. It's like, that's their mom. Like, I've only known them for 3 minutes. Why? Like, I get the scenario sad, but like I didn't even get to know the character.
Right.
But in this show, like, they're able to do it. So I felt bad for the yokai until Turbo Granny was like, yeah, don't trust him. Like, that's what he's trying to do is get you to let him in with the evil eye. So
yeah. Yeah, I like how she's always helping them, but then tells them she's not helping them.
Oh, all the time. Just at the bathhouse or the sauna or spa or wherever. She helped, but she's like, I don't know.
And then help you. They just happen to get hit.
Happened to be in the spot where Momo was stabbing. And it's just like, yeah, it's funny. But we do know from like the first episode that she's protective over girls specifically because of that tunnel. So
yeah, she got a soft spot for objectified and abused women.
Yeah, victims of evil people.
Yep.
Overall great episode. Can't wait to watch the next episode. You got anything else you want to say?
Next episode won't come fast enough. So
yeah. Well, let's know in the comments what you guys think about this episode. What were some of the highlights for you? Maybe there's something in the episode we didn't really touch on that you'd like to talk about, and where do you think things are going? Unless you know, please don't tell us. We'd like to go in spoiler free. Also, we will be watching Sakamoto Days. We are not doing episodic reviews of that. We'll do a season review, but we will be watching it. So season 2, if you want to watch our reviews of season 1, we've done those. And then we will be watching Kaiju number 8 as well. Those will be episodic reviews, just because it's another high hype show for us if you need to. In the meantime, we did reviews for the first season as well. So that's there if you're curious about what we thought about it. So yeah, stay tuned. We got plenty of reviews coming soon. Until then, I've been Seth, this has been Chevy, and we will talk to you guys later.